features the world's best bowlers, and today 4 of them take center stage competing for a tour title and prize money. It's the PWBA Greater Detroit Open. We start the show with Daria Payok of Poland, a former collegiate star at Weber International, looking for her first career title. She'll take on Juliana Franco of Colombia, a tour rookie also hoping for her first win. The 2-seed longtime bowling star Deandra Asbady making her first tour TV appearance in 5 years. The number 1 seed, another Weber grad, Verity Crawley, a leading tour rookie of the year candidate. Welcome, everyone, to Bowling on CBS Sports Network and the PWBA Tour. Dave Ryan alongside Carolyn Doran-Ballard, my Hall of Fame broadcast partner. Joined, as usual, by Shannon O'Keefe, tour star as well, later in the broadcast. Let's talk about Daria Payok, a player who really could break through this year. Youngster from Poland trying for her first win.
Absolutely. Again, another Weber prodigy. I mean, they have proof in the pudding of their bowling talent from this university. It's funny, I crossed with Daria not a few weeks ago, and she said she was wondering why she couldn't break through because of Diana's success, Verity's success, and then here she is. She really is determined. Her key tonight is staying focused.
Weber International, also the alma mater of Verity Crawley from Great Britain. She almost won a tour title this year, made the finals. What do you like about her game?
Here's the funny thing about Verity. I think she is the new young stud. I remember talking to her, oh gosh, her first year in college. I was down there doing a clinic, and she was having trouble with her mental game. She wasn't focusing. She wasn't really getting to the top of her game. And I gave a little pep talk, and I laugh now because now I look at her and go, she's kicking my butt. She is the star of the future, and she is my pick for this tournament.
And Deandra Asbady, a great story, back on TV again for the first time in so long. She's joined now by Shannon O'Keefe.
Deandra, you're a mom of 2 young children, and you've decided to bowl part-time on the ladies tour so you can spend your summers with your kids. How are you finding that balance to now find yourself here on your show?
I think it's really hard as a mom and a professional athlete to find that balance, and I've struggled with it the last year. It wasn't a good year last year, and I made some changes in my lifestyle, in my mental state, in my life, and I've figured out a way to balance being a mom, which is number 1, and being the best bowler that I can be, which is number 2. And it's hard. I mean, there's no way around it, you know, but being here, making it here, and turning around and seeing my children, how could I lose, no matter what happens today?
For sure, and that's just awesome, so good luck.
Thank you very much.
Janet thanks Jersey and Madden. So proud of Mom. And they're set to watch her compete down the road. But first, Payok, Franco, all international, match number 1 coming up next on CBS Sports Network. Match number 1, Juliana Franco from Colombia, Daria Payok from Poland, a grad of Weber International, yet another young star from that tremendous collegiate program in Babson Park, Florida. It's not too far from Orlando. Looks for her first title. First shot. All 10 down. Good start.
One of the keys Daria was talking about was just staying positive, having a little fun out there since it's her first TV solo appearance. Again, like many of our college athletes, it's their first singles event.
Juliana's been on TV. Trying for a win here today. Solid shot, 10-pin.
Great shot by Juliana. Playing about 16, 17 out to 10. Great shot, ball that's a little bit, reads the mid lane, smoother off the spot, keep the ball in play. That's her key to the first few frames.
Future for the sport lane pattern. CDB, let's break down the conditions.
This was definitely one of our more forgiving patterns. 39 feet, medium volume, medium scoring pace. Right here, this is where the girls played. You could play a little bit straighter, but the best part of the lane was from the track, getting it right to that 8-9 area and just migrating in. If you look at this pattern, it gives you the little bit, I don't want to say house shot. That is not what I mean, because it is sport compliant. But the moves were much more conducive to what you would do on it. Moving left, getting your ball to the right.
Franco, big strike. Ball speed. Daria returns. So interesting to see these young bowlers, their first ever shows, and their demeanor. Now Daria's cheery, she's bright, she's happy, she's pumped. Totally different with Juliana, who's been very stoic, very focused. This is her version of focus.
Push, come on.
10 pin.
Daria, one of our higher rev power players, 5-step. Again, drops that ball right into the swing. Look at this power right there. Look at this. Look at the knee bend. I mean, that's classic Kegel style. And aggressive, no pulling through, and just leverage at the bottom. And again, soft hand. Doesn't grab it, just gets it right off their hand, nice and soft.
However, an open frame. Let's go back to Shannon.
So Daria is using a pearl asymmetrical ball. What this ball is going to do, it's going to help her get the ball through the front, but they put a little bit of surface on it to help it slow down. She's finding this right lane to hook a little bit more down lane, so she's actually trying to come up the back of it a little bit more. With Juliana, I was told by her ball reps that her comfort zone is between 3rd and 4th arrow. So if she can get the right ball in her hand to where she can play her comfort zone, then she's very comfortable and ready to go.
All 10 down for Daria. Any player who does roll a 300 game during our telecast will receive a $10,000 bonus courtesy of GoBowling.com. Visit GoBowling.com to find local bowling centers, get tips from the pros, and for all the latest news and information about your favorite sport, bowling.
This match is going to be a little interesting because Juliana already has a TV appearance under her belt, where Daria, it's her first one. We're going to see how both of them kind of react to each other.
Different approaches, trying for a first ever PWBA Tour title.
And your approach is different to the TV show after that first time. I mean, it doesn't matter, you know, that first one is like just like cracking the egg, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, so what's it going to taste like the next time I'm on there, you know what I mean? And it does, you learn from it, and you get comfortable just a little bit more quicker as the game goes on.
It's a good analogy, I like that. 4th frame, wow! 10 back in the pit, there's the strike zone again. Hopes to play that a lot. 32 pin lead now with the turkey.
Right here, down, right next to the ankle. And like we had talked earlier in her first show, tucks right back in and just really soft at the bottom, just gets right around it. But she actually doesn't throw the ball to the right, which is what you see most of the power players doing, like Daria, like Verity, like Diana. She actually, you know, gets around it, but just doesn't have as much angle.
First ever TV show told us last night in our pre-match discussion, what a thrill to get this opportunity. Team competition, the Baker format is totally different. Teammates behind you, coaches with you, another full team head-to-head with you. It's loud, it's boisterous. This is different. Just you. Looks for the turkey.
Push. Yes! Yes! Come on! Come on!
Got it. And we have ourselves a match, to be sure.
Great shots, gets this one in just a little bit, but gets it to stop in the right spot, tripping out the 4-9. And that's all you need, are a few breaks here and there to kind of get your adrenaline going and loosen up the arm swing.
Juliana goes for the 4-bagger and leaves the 4-pin. Good shot.
Comes up just a little high in the pocket, leaves the 4-pin. She's actually playing the lanes just like we saw, almost like Jane play when she won. A little bit more straight, a little more direct with a little bit more speed.
With her team, Columbia teammates rooting her on from the second row. comes through.
Right here, you see how her body turns and her arm is right behind, but look at how she tucks right back in and gets close to that ankle and has that little bit of follow through right in front of her head, like the power players have. It's hard to teach that. That's natural.
All but the 10-pin. She's in that 1-3 pocket, definitely locked in right now.
Another fact, people watching, most of the girls do change balls to shoot at their spares, especially the single pin spares. Go to something that doesn't hook as much, plastic or urethane. It's a good tip.
Payo. Franco head-to-head. Diana Zavyalova, this year's Queens champ, rooting her former teammate on. The road to Richmond for the Smithfield PWBA Tour Championship. Here are the leaders in the PWBA points standings. Liz Johnson, current leader, two-time champ this year. Diana Zavyalova won the Queens this year in Baton Rouge in second place through this event. Players not only competing to qualify, but the top 2-point leaders will automatically advance to the TV finals at the Smithfield PWBA Tour Championship, September 3rd through the 6th at Richmond International Raceway. Join us on CBS Sports Network, September 6th at 8 Eastern for the TV finals. Tickets available now, and you can join the conversation all season on social media by using #Road to Richmond. Great match to begin our show here. Two young international stars trying to win for the first time on tour. All 10 down.
Fantastic shot by Daria coming out of the commercial break. Almost left a stone 9 on that shot. Last pin to go down, I believe. Aggressive, but again, no hit up on that ball at all. Just so smooth off the hand, but so much rotation. And look at that. Almost.
Even match through 6.
As we talked about Franco having a comfort zone, getting the ball to the right and be able just to get around it is Daria's comfort zone.
Looks for the 5-bagger. Crosses over and gets it Brooklyn style. How about that?
Gets that ball way left of target. She's been getting it to about 8, 9 on her good shots. That one didn't get right at 12.
Gives her the lead. Second time. 3 shows. Juliana. Under the bright lights. Center 4-pin. Good shot.
Another really good shot. Comes up just a little high. Leaves the 4-pin. She's controlling the pocket. Again, on this pattern, the moves, you could move your feet left, keep your eyes the same because you still wanted to have a little bit of angle. And with the ball speed, you created a little hold. It was a little bit more forgiving left to the left and to the right.
Are you looking for some great PWBA gear? Then visit the official online store of the PWBA at shoppwba.com.
And with Daria having a 5-bagger, she will have to make a move if she continues to leave the 4-pin.
6 strikes, 7 frames for Daria. Back to Shannon.
Daria, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but she keeps grabbing at her, I believe it's her ring finger with her towel, and she just came over and talked to her ball rep. It's bleeding, so I'm not sure what she caught on or what happened, but she's really hoping that she can get it to stop so it doesn't affect her shot-making ability.
That's important, Shannon, no question about it. Keep a close eye on that. And a really tough 6-7-10 split for Juliana. Ouch.
A lot of games on that hand.
Whoa. Misses them all, so this 7-pin count, open frame. That really hurts Juliana now. Payo, 27-pin lead into her 8th frame, and looks here for the 6th bagger to go up by 37 pins. Driver's seat.
Push. Oh, yes! Yes, come on! One time.
6 in a row. And a commanding 37-pin advantage for Payok.
Great shot by Daria. Just aggressive. In at about 23. Get it down to about 9. I mean, just beautiful. And if you see, she's not really throwing it right. The ball is just floating to the right. She's not, it's not a steep angle, but God, with her ball speed, just great.
Deandra Beatty returns to TV. 2 seed, take on the winner of this one. Foundation frame, Daria. Stays red hot. 7 in a row. All smiles now for the Weber grad. Our current Queens champion is dancing back there. Isn't she? Some celebration right now. Juliana just did not have the look in this match. Daria did from the beginning. In college back home in Columbia, financial engineer major. She started her career at UMES, Maryland Eastern Shore, the Hawks in the MEAC. Didn't work out there, so back home, the bowl.
Another young talent that always wanted to be a pro bowler, which is wonderful to hear. I love when they say that in their interviews. I always wanted to do this, and I'm like, well, great, because you're here. Take advantage of it.
Take advantage of it.
It's just, it's refreshing. It's refreshing. It really is. And she has such a great game. And here's something, you know, she says she's going to go home. She has another tournament she's got to bowl. She says she wants to work on some of the things in her game where her body gets out of position just a little bit when her arm swing gets a little bit too behind her. So things she's going to work on, and we will see her back out today for sure.
Covers the bucket nicely. I agree. Tremendous young talent. 2017, a breakthrough year for a lot of really good young bowlers from all over the world. Top seed Verity Crawley. Carolyn just loves her game. We'll see her today on this show. Payok's going to advance to the next round. Told us yesterday, pre-match discussion, really been an up and down year for her so far. First show here, as we talked about, learning about how to stay consistent. Mental approach is so important. It's a long grind, right, Carolyn?
Absolutely, and like I said, I had bowled with Daria a few weeks ago, and she's got this just bubbly personality, just happy-go-lucky, just loves bowling, loves working on her game. She's always practicing. But she said she gets ahead of herself. And when she gets ahead of herself, everything else does not fall into place. So she has to take a step back, start the process over, and start to slow things down and regroup.
Leaves a 10-pin, but it is over. She's happy because she's knocked out Bronco to take on Deandra Beatty, only American player in our TV field today from Chicago. That's the next match. Payok, TV debut, impressive. TV debut, very successful for Daria Pajok of Poland. 233-194 winner of Juliana Franco from Colombia. To begin our show, match number 2, we're set. Deandra Asbady, back on TV from Chicago. Longtime bowling star, 1 career title, a major. First tour TV shot in 5 years. And it's a strike. That's got to feel pretty good. Pajok, a tremendous first game, including a 7-bagger. Stays locked in.
You'll see in this match both girls playing basically the same part of the lane. Daria might be getting the ball just a little bit further right down the lane than Deandra, but same break point. And they both have really good ball speed, so they should be able to create a little bit of hold. Again, they should be able to play off this pattern and create a little bit left and a little bit right.
On, carry on.
No, good break. Avoids the 7-10 disaster. Just the 7-pin to deal with. That was close.
Great shot by Daria. Looks like she moved in a little bit deeper, still getting it way to the right down lane and gets a break. Comes in half pocket, but gets the roll on the 10-pin.
Gotta love the energy. Excited for the 7-pin.
It's small goals. Small goals for your first show.
Deandra's so emotional. We spoke with her yesterday about returning to TV for the first time in so long. First job now is being a mom. He's got to hurry. Doesn't.
Everything looks good. Just missed it a little bit at the bottom. Got it way right. Again, we see even though this pattern is forgiving, if you get it too far in, you don't have the rotation on it. And that's one thing she's really worked on. The ball doesn't quite finish at the end.
Nice cover, good spare. Let's compare Deandra 5 years ago and now.
One of the things Deandra did after last year was she went home and she dropped down to 14 pounds. And what you're going to see here is the difference. It's two subtle things. Still a little bit late timing, which I really like, but look at how short that getting into the slide is and how much higher her backswing is. But look at how much lower and less of her upper body she uses with 14 pounds. Not that she can't throw 15 and not that she's not strong. That is not the reason. She did it strictly for ball speed. What it's also allowed her to do is have a little more control of the ball. She can get around it more. So it actually accomplished two things, and she's had good success with it.
Getting to the show, but some struggles now. Missing the pocket again. Really tough spare conversion coming up.
I'm going to say this. I tried 14 in the beginning of this year. I'm back to 15. One of the things that I did notice is I did feel like I could control the ball more and get around it, so my mistakes were over the top of the ball. Deandra naturally does that. So that right there was just maybe a little bit being quick after her last shot, making sure she caught this shot, and it went through the nose.
3, 4, 6, 7, 10. Tough conversion. Pins up there. 4-7 still up. Good attempt. Open frame. Bottom line. Let's go back to Shannon.
Daria is going with the same game plan. We saw her finger bleeding at the end of the last game. She got it to stop at the end of, during the break with a little bit of pressure, so hoping that doesn't start back up, but she's just going to start chasing it left as they start breaking down. Deandra, she's using a hybrid symmetrical ball, gets through the fronts a little bit and be a little bit smoother off the spot, but she has a right lane tighter down lane, and so she actually was wanting to be a little softer on the right lane, so she may need to make some adjustments here.
This ball didn't get very far right at all. From that back view, you could see definitely did not get right of the tracer down lane. And that's going to be one of the things for Daria. She can chase it left quicker because of her axis rotation.
4. Yes.
So I'm going to say this on this spare. So she's going to look back at this show later on and go, so I missed the 10 pin, but I can make the 3, 6, 9, 10. Because that's not an easy spare to make on this condition, or any condition, but especially this condition. So that's a great cover.
Strike breakdown there, Carolyn. Left and right lane. So we'll see, to Shannon's point about sticking with the game plan.
It is. And you know what's been really crucial week to week with the patterns being a little bit tougher? It really does matter who you follow, who you bowling with. Are they using more surface? Are they using a strong ball with a lot of surface? There's a lot of factors that have come into play.
Now the adjustment phase.
Here on the left lane, she did move a little bit further left. Didn't quite get around that one as much as she's been getting around the other shots, especially on that lane. She's going to use her strike ball.
Handles it. That's a big shot for Daria Payok. Clutch.
Chooses her strike ball to make this. Needs to hit to the left of the head pin. And she does it just right.
Back to Deandra. All 10 down. Told us yesterday, looking back to see son Madden, daughter Jersey, every time she needed that emotional boost when she was trying to make the show, it really helped.
Great shot by Deandra. You can hear when she gets on the approach, taking her deep breaths, calming down her heart rate, calming her down, slowing down her heart rate. Always been very good at managing that. She comes back and makes a great shot.
All 10 down for the former All-American at Nebraska. Longtime Team USA participant. He's accomplished everything imaginable in bowling. But off of TV for 5 years. It's a remarkable story that she's competing again at such a high level. Response from Daria. More pin.
Good shot by Daria. Deandra has this lane a little bit tighter on the back end. I'm not sure Daria sees as much of a transition. She does actually look like she's playing a little bit further left on the left lane, so I would take it that probably she does see it maybe a little bit tighter, but not much. Change balls to shoot the spare.
Rookie of the Year candidate without question, Daria Payok. So is Verity Crawley, and together they made the show on TV. Team Championship 2016, they teamed up helped Weber International knock off Wichita State and win the USBC Intercollegiate Team Championship on CBS Sports Network in Wichita. Not easy to do.
Not easy to do, but I got to tell you, these collegiate programs are unbelievable. I mean, the talent that comes out of them as soon as they're done graduating. It's not like they're waiting.
And Verity's the top seed. Awaits the winner of this match. As Beatty back on TV. Payo trying to keep the roll going and win her first ever title. Conclusion of our second match. On the way here on CBS Sports Network. 107 competitors representing 14 different countries competing at the PWBA Greater Detroit Open. Super Bowl in Canton, Michigan, suburban Detroit. And some other finishes, Carolyn. Some really big names, including our Queen's Champ this year.
Queen's Champ, Diana Zavlova. I don't know if I said that right, but I try really hard. Leanne Holzenberg, another past Queen's Champion. Angie Ramirez getting ready to go and compete overseas.
Mark and Diane Boyd, co-proprietors Super Bowl, are here. Great to see them. And we thank them for their tremendous hospitality. Hosting the PWBA Tour in 2017. Great match here, Carolyn. 2 pins separate. As Beatty back on TV, trying to return to greatness after a long time away. And the youngster Payo from Poland trying for her first ever title.
Deandra has more experience, obviously, on TV, and she's always adapted really well and taken advantage of situations.
Tough
and of
break,
course, I shouldn't have said that. Ugh.
It's not your fault.
No, but no, but she's always been able to take advantage of her situation. She's made good shots when she needed to. This is no exception right here. Comes in a little bit light. She hit light last shot, got the swisher. Just didn't get the break on that shot.
There's the 10, and there's the open frame. And we'll see if Daria can take advantage. Shannon mentioned that finger injury. Getting the rings adjusted, make sure everything's in the right spot. No bleeding for now. That's the good news. Big strike for Deandra. Some pressure now on Payok.
Great comeback shot by Deandra. We expect nothing less. She's got a great mental game. Hitting about the 21 board down to about 11. Again, not getting it way right, but that great arc off the back of the pattern allows her to stay in that same zone as Daria and get a good read on the lane.
Payok to go up, 22. Strong shot. Bringing 10 pin. Power bowling right at that 1-3 pocket.
Great shot by Daria. It actually looked like she increased her ball speed just a little bit after 4-pin on that lane, because it looked like a really good shot, very aggressive.
All smiles.
Because I really do think after every shot, remember, she said, I have to stay in the moment. I cannot get ahead of myself. So she made that spare, and the only thing in her mind at that moment was, I made a good shot and made my spare. On to the next frame. So she's taking those moments and really feeding off of them, which is great experience.
No question. Along with determination. That's what she said to us, and she's got plenty of that. Wow, another ring and 10 pin. She's been right on the mark in that pocket, just not getting the break.
Again, another great shot. Key to her game, staying aggressive. Right here. I mean, looked like a great shot. Was not half pocket, but just wrapped right around the 10. And bowling with her, one of the things she did say to me was sometimes when they do get tough, she does have a problem controlling the pocket, and she's done very well here in controlling what she needs to do.
Stays clean, stays solid, but it's anyone's match.
And here's another great thing. I'm enjoying this match, and I'll tell you why. We have the newer game in Daria, right? More power player, more axis rotation right off her hand. Yet you have Deandra, more of a traditional style, still gets good axis rotation off of it, still extremely competitive. That's what bowling's all about.
8th frame works on a strike and gets a nice little break. All 10 down. A 1-pin deficit into the 8th frame. An exciting match. Former Team USA member Deandra Beatty. Plenty of great moments in the lanes. Possibly none more exciting. 2012 USBC Queens knocked off. CDB 244, 227. The final 6 strikes to claim the victory.
I left a ring 10, but that's not a big deal. I just thought I'd throw that in there.
I think you needed to. You had to say something.
You were looking at me. You were staring
You
at me.
needed
waiting
to
for me
say something.
Nah, she bowled great. It's, hey, I was on TV. That's a bonus.
It's a memory.
You bet.
Foundation frame for the lead here. Huge shot. 7-pin.
Okay, I'm gonna say one thing. When I was throwing for it, that was a great shot. I'm gonna say that first. I expected nothing less again because she adjusts quickly. 14 pounds. I felt I left more stone 7s and the back row, only because I could control it more axis rotation. What does it do? You have the tendency to leave more of the back row. I'm not blaming it, I guess, in a way. I don't want to say that, but another just great shot. Make the spare, but I did see more of the back row.
Got their recommendation from some great bowling talent to go down 1 pound to 14.
And I definitely think it was the right thing to do because, again, by far, it's not like she can't get up and throw 15. So it wouldn't matter. She'd be able to go back if she needed to. But
Looking back
I
to
don't
husband
think
John there. Yeah.
she's on TV. She doesn't need to.
That's right. Family's watching. All 10 down. Pyoka 210 max. Deandra 198.
Both ladies have looked very comfortable during this game. I mean, they really have. Again, good read on the lane. They both knew what they were going to do. They had a strategy. At times it does come down to who gets the breaks and who doesn't.
Come on!
10-pin. Right down to the 10th frame we go.
Got this one just a little bit further right, but boy, threw it really good. Was hoping to get the swisher. Half pocket flat 10.
You would not know this is her first career TV appearance. On tour. It's impressive.
This is a big shot. Strikes here, forces Deandra to double.
See what the rookie's got. Big one. All 10 down, 60 feet to success for Payot, and the 190 makes Deandra step up and come through.
And this is, I'm telling you, this is going to be impressive because Deandra has 7-10 struck. She had the one light hit, the other light hit where she left the 6 count. So she's done both on this lane, but figured it out that last shot.
Got to have the first one. Does not connect. And this match is over. Deandra Beatty back on TV, first time in so long. Family first for her. Also taking up some meditation, it told us yesterday. It's really helped with her mental approach. And what an accomplishment to get back on TV.
This isn't the last time you're going to see Deandra on TV. I've watched her bowl over the years. Trust me, she'll watch the show. She'll see a few things that she probably thinks she can improve on. But all in all, I think it was a great performance. And I think the 14 pounds, I think she did the right thing.
Back on TV. Daria Payot is going to take on her former teammate, Weber International, Verity Crawley. One will win their first ever tour title. Who's it going to be? We'll find out next on CBS Sports Network. Entering our show had a career title, 2012 Queens. So, Crawley, Payot, former teammates and great friends at Weber International from Babson Park, Florida, are about to go head-to-head for a tour championship here on CBS Sports Network. What a story. Payot gets us started. Championship match. 4-pin.
You know, we talked earlier, Dave. I love being tournament leader. I did. But gosh, having that game under your belt and knowing what the lanes are doing and how they're transitioning, I mean, at times, really, the majority of the time, it really does help. But yet, you know, you have the chance to lose. But I do think there is a confidence factor in the, you know, just knowing what the lanes are doing and what you can do on the lane is such an advantage. Yet, at least if you're a tournament leader, you can only finish second, right?
And here she is, Verity Crawley. Bournemouth, Dorset, England. That's a few hours south of London on the English coast. Second show of the season. Finalist the first time. Finalist the second. Maybe a champion this time around.
Great shot. Great shot by both bowlers. You're going to see them basically play the same part of the lane. So many similarities with these two girls, you know, besides the fact naturally talented. Just the rev rate, unbelievable.
And the confidence, I thought, in speaking with them.
Yes,
pre-match.
absolutely.
They both really felt they belong here and were ready to win their first ever title. Wave of the future. So many tremendous international stars. Tough split.
Playing way deeper on the left lane. Got that one way down the lane. Just didn't quite recover.
What's it like, CDB, to bowl against one of your best friends?
Oh, well, it's tough, but when you're on the lanes, I don't want to say there are no friends.
You can say that.
It's competitor. Look at this. Oh, almost. It's you know what? It's strictly competitor because you're all out there to win.
DC team champs.
Randy Stoughton.
What a job that program, that coaching staff has done down in Florida. Tremendous powerhouse they become. And true to their name, most bowlers are overseas, like Payo. And both bowlers told us the Kegel Training Center, having that as your home center, and with that coaching staff, the combination's unbeatable.
Absolutely. Great shot here by Daria. She just keeps, I got to tell you, she just keeps coming. She is aggressive on every shot. Randy Stoughton and Del Warren are ex-PBA players. Del Warren, PBA champion. And along with everything else they know.
Payo stays hot.
Yes, come on.
Stays energetic. Beat Juliana Franco 233-194. Danarez Beatty in a very tight second match, 190-186. And here she is now trying to climb the ladder and knock off her very good friend and former college teammate, Verity Crawley. Verity, a paralegal in Lake Wales, Florida. And a tremendous pro bowler. It's quite a schedule. There's 10 pin.
Again, comes in just a little light. With the way you would think they throw the pins around, the pin would have no chance to sand, but just coming in a little light. And you know, we go back to what we discussed. I mean, Daria's been on the lanes. Verity, you have 10 frames. Do you know how short 10 frames is when you're bowling that championship match? It's short.
Tough. 10 pin, knocks it down.
Let's look at this comparison. I mean, how close are these girls? I mean, Daria a little bit later getting that ball into the swing, but my gosh, look at the finish position on both of those girls. Unbelievable. I want to say textbook, but it's not. That is just sheer natural talent that's been fine-tuned.
Ten pin for Crawley.
Verity again looked very close to that last shot. Coming in light, just leaving the 10. I got to tell you, I really do like what Verity is doing. I think she's just throwing it a little bit hard. I think if she were to just slow up her ball speed a little bit, get that ball to react just a little bit sooner, she'd be fine.
There's a 10 pin. We'll see if she makes that adjustment.
Sometimes it's just something as simple as that. It's not, you know, oh God, I got to be perfect. Get around it. Oh God, I got to change balls. Oh God, I got to make a big move. Sometimes it's just something so subtle. And ball speed is so important on these patterns to get your ball to read in the right part of the lane.
Daria tries to stay solid.
Yes.
Does.
Yes. One more, come on.
Has the turkey. 35 pin lead. Rookie of the Year race. Verity Crawley. Fountain Valley Open championship match. Lost to Kelly Kulick. Daria with the win. Well, no question that puts her at the top. Four-bagger, no. Comes in high and a tough split. Now for Payo. Challenge for the lead here in the fifth frame.
The left lane, both girls have been getting it way further to the right down lane. That one hit the tracer at 10. They've been getting it out to about 8, 9. Paid the penalty for that one. The right lane's been a little bit more closed through the front.
3, 4, 6, 7. Tough conversion.
Yes, yes.
Takes care of business. What a huge shot for Payo. Pressure, clutch, pickup of a split. Wow.
Do you remember we were talking about those breaks and when they seem to be going your way? She makes the split against Deandra, which changes the 10th frame. She makes the split here after the three-bagger, right? Three-bagger before I even say it, to just stay clean through 5.
Enormous shot. Fifth for Verity. And a strike. Working on a spare.
That one was definitely a little bit softer. Not only that, did not get it as far right. You'll watch the angle. They're definitely getting it further right on the left lane. See how much straighter through the front this shot is compared to earlier. It was a little bit more this way. And here she's going to start playing the hold area on that right lane that Daria has. Great adjustment on the left lane also.
4-pin stance for the top seed.
I do want to watch after Verity sits down, because she made mention of something that I used to do when I was on TV. She said she didn't watch her opponent because she can't control what they do. She can only control what she can do. And I want to see what she's doing when Daria is on the approach.
Knocks down the single pin spare conversion attempt, but Payo looking for a first ever title. Gets a close friend, it's a big lead. Conclusion of the championship match is next. Is it a case of not realizing how much pressure she's under right now?
You know what again, crossing with her, she kind of gets into her own little world and keeps doing her thing. I mean, she'll just get up and go, you know, and honestly, maybe that's not such a bad idea. Just kind of get up, make your shot, and go with it.
It's worked so far. Big lead. Another strike. Getting closer. Climbing the ladder, the 4 seed. Multiple Polish national champion, 07, 09, 2010, 11, and 12. Youth champion many years as well in that country. Lots of international experience. We know about the collegiate excellence and wins at Weber.
And Verity is not looking. She is looking over to the left. She is not watching Daria throw any of her shots.
10-pin. Deliberately looking away.
And I'm good with that, because I used to look down. I did not watch my opponent's ball, and it had nothing to do with them. It was just my way of keeping in my zone as to focus on what I needed to do.
Stay.
Has the 10-pin. Shannon, what's happening down there at lane level?
I spoke with Rob. We saw during the break, Verity was talking to her ball rep, Rob Gottschall, and they have both agreed that when her posture gets too far forward, she has a tendency to pull it from the top, which then the ball doesn't read the middle of the lane the right way, which is why she's having a hard time getting that ball to make the corner. So she's going to really try to focus on keeping her shoulders back a little bit more and really using those legs.
10-pin there. What do you think of that advice she's getting?
Really great shot. That right then and there, it tells you by pulling down on it, what does that force you to do? Throw it harder, throw it through the spot. As soon as you get loose where you let it drop from the top, you can't grab it, your ball's definitely going to be a lot smoother off your hand, allowing you not to throw through your spot, get it to roll up just a little bit sooner.
Spare in the 7th. Daria's been taking notes all match. What do you think she's writing down there?
I don't know. I'm gonna see. Do you think she's taking notes, or do you think she's drawing pictures? Because I gotta tell you something. It could be
question.
both.
We'll have to get a look from one of our cameras if possible, or ask her what it was. Second to Kelly Kulick at the Fountain Valley Open this year. Looking for a win here today. Not going to be easy. All 10 down. Good strike. Big moment. Latter stages of the match. Every shot critical now.
Well, whatever she's focusing on now, ever since that second frame, she has made some really good shots. Again, Daria is in the lead. Made some great shots last match against Deandra to put the pressure on Deandra in the 10th. See how she handles it against Verity.
Handling everything pretty well. That's been the story of the entire show for Payot.
And we've talked about this. I mean, she just keeps chasing it left, but again, just keeping in that zone where she gets it just maybe to the 9 board, just a little right of that tracer down lane, and it's just perfect.
Come on, one time. Come on. Yes! Yes!
Strike again. Foundation frame, and the lead balloons the 42 pins.
This is one of those matches that are the prime example of where collegiate bowling has excelled to. It's Daria's first TV show. It is Verity's second TV show. Both of them look like seasoned veterans at this point. I mean, you're not seeing them, you know, shake, or I mean, I'm sure they are shaking a little bit, but what I'm saying is they're not out of their routine. They don't look like they're out of their comfort zone.
Absolutely right. Very comfortable with their demeanor on these shows.
Adjusts to this right lane again. Same spot, actually. She is 1 board, I would say 2 boards left, because Daria got her ball to 9. She got her ball to about 11 down lane. Same area. Ever since she's obviously working on that tilt, on the upper body tilt, and not grabbing it, has allowed her ball to read that lane.
Strike of the 10th, cuts into the lead. Now Verity understands it is a 10th frame. And she'll finish up here. We'll determine in a moment what Daria needs to win when she steps up in the 10th frame. Four pin. Just started great things for both of these young bowlers, no question.
I think that first show really lifted Verity to where she felt comfortable knowing she was doing the right thing. This show by far will take Daria that next level that she was so worried about when I bowled with her. She, you know, we talked about a lot of things because I can't say enough about the Weber program. But this right here, 6 pins to win her first PWBA title and take her now to the level of all the other girls she was talking about. That's pretty awesome, pretty inspiring.
Needs 6 for the win. Has 8. Has the win. Daria Payot, only 24 years old, has won her first career PWBA Tour title. What a moment for the young star from Pila, Poland. So confident, unflappable, and why not convert the split at the end? The PWBA Greater Detroit Open champion, her first career show means her first career title. And another Weber grad has won on tour.
2 clean games, her last 2 clean games to win her title. That's pretty awesome right there.
She's got the trophy. And now part of tour history. Daria Payot wins on the PWBA Tour. Daria Pajok has won the 2017 PWBA Greater Detroit Open, her first career show, her first career title. With the help of Mark and Diane Voigt, Super Bowl Lanes proprietors. Trophy presentation with Shannon.
Daria, you and Verity spent all 4 years collegially together at Weber International, and now you're bowling each other for your first title, and you come away with a win. Is this bittersweet for you?
It is definitely bittersweet, but going into the match, we knew that either one of us was going to have a title, and that was already a win. I'm happy I'm here, but Verity worked as hard. It's just one game, and it's just 10 frames, and you never know what's going to happen. One time you don't carry, and that's the title. I'm happy that I'm holding it, but I know Verity deserved it as much as I did.
An emotional moment for Daria Pajok. One to remember for the rest of her career. A victory over Verity Crowley, her former teammate, her great friend, and now a champion on tour. More coming up. Congratulations to Daria Pajok, winner of the PWBA Greater Detroit Open. Be sure to join us Sunday, August 6th at noon Eastern for the U.S. Women's Open. Now, for Carolyn Doran-Ballard, Shannon O'Keefe, the entire CBS Sports Network crew,